Hello, it's Phoenix Within. I've decided to do a, what is it called? Okay, introduction, let's think of another term, of irony. You could look at this as research, fortification of understanding irony, a bit about his origins, a bit about his origins in this universe, on this planet, primarily this planet, and this document I wrote quite some time ago. Okay. I want to describe the level system a bit. Um, Honestly, I don't remember the beginnings of how it all begins. Um, Based on rank and the hybrid existence is based on interaction level. Now, it is fairly easy to interact. Um, you reading a book and learning, searching websites and learning. Even as simple as taking a walk to just admire nature. Those are interaction levels. In the hybrid existence, though, the baseline of interaction level is simply your eyes being open. That's the baseline. That is literally the requirement. Um, so interacting in the hybrid existence is actually a fairly unique achievement because there is so much going on. Just to walk in the hybrid existence is an achievement because it can take you places depending on how fast you want to travel or how much progress you want to make. Every day, every step you take, every journey you interact with, just as simply as walking. Simple as walking. It usually 99.9% takes you to a different place. Um, it's not often a consistency of a place reoccurs. The hybrid existence is massive, extremely massive. I would say 40 billion times the size of this universe. That's what's sticking in my mind right now. And this universe is eternal, but understand quantifications of eternity not so much as bigger, but it means that the volume of space in existence, that's why taking one step could lead you to a waterfall of multicolored prism, crystalline, a little bit of nebula, essence of different memories. It could be so many assortments. That visual I could see, but as far as describing, again, it's just not possible. So understanding rank in the hybrid existence means to understand the interaction level of that being. Now, as far as irony, which is what this is all about, and what this is going to stick to from here on, his rank is Basilit, level 43,000. I have it as 43k. That rank can be deciphered a bit more directly and more specifically and more simplistically interacting in this game. You could call it a game, but I call it game because that's the best example I can give you in the hybrid existence that I made. I'm honestly not sure how long it took me to make it, but okay, starting with the document. Words aren't just words, they have origins just as beings have. It's not just a chemistry of mixed emotions translated into verbal tongues. There's a living essence behind words. After all, we react to them as if being alive. The impulse and recognition is acknowledged as interactive and realized as a force to be understood. Oh, okay. This actually goes into how Basilit was ironically used here, but the origins are entirely inaccurate. The origins of the word basilet reflects upon three ways of being. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I covered the opposition of this then. One, remembrances, I haven't read this in a while, remembrances of the ways of being. Origins known to be understood by as the depths of experiences that evolve the individual into many to internal amounts of directions. There's an expansion level that is unlimited to unlimited, the universe within expressed and realized. You can see I didn't include as many details as I should have, although I included them in the very beginning, so it's okay. Any document that extracts certain types of people who think a similar way, most commonly known as religion, which in today's religions is known by as religious wars. Dark and light are commonly used and understood as wrong and right, either or on how it's said. Naturality, the equations are narrowed down in first steps like simplifying common sense logic, rationalize, poetic, creative, inspired, and the eternal library progresses in the quantificationally grace. Into quantificationally grace. I wrote this without trying to perfect as I was writing. It's best to always just keep writing. Don't try and correct everything that you're maybe typo or not doing right, because if you go at the speed of your mind, you can just go back and trace that. You can make more progress that way rather than trying to correct as you're going along. Essentially breaks the flow. This is not part of the writing, it's off the record. Okay. Basilet is an intelligence level, a rare degree of incidental details of leveling up in MMOs the intelligence, wisdom, magic, / natural alchemy of the mind, and so on. What we see as characteristics now is also rated as if as if it were MMO. The reality being fake and ultimately unnatural, it's the leveling system also translates into the self's eternal spectrum, to be aware of the actuality rather than the reality. The eternal spectrum itself is in natural aligned view, which I can see there's some depth missing here, but I'll see how this continues on. Words are also rated upon value. In this reality, we see more examples of misuse and dishonest ways of using words than pure and honest ways. Irony is a being. Oh, okay, I see. That was the introduction. Oh, okay. Irony is a being. Is it a wonder why ironic situations and irony itself that person's face becomes a force of its own? That pushes realization into perspective and also can push amazing understandings into perspective as well. Irony is perhaps one of the most feared beings to some, but this is because these persons are living in such a way that their primary lifestyle and way of being is self-servant and is a way to get what they want from others, with no reasoning and self-responsibility for consequences. Consequences occur, why? Because the actions reflect what the person is at the moment, who they are at the moment, and what their potentials are. They receive the consequences because they aren't dealing with their issues and forcing others to bear their issues in some shape or form. This is actually well constructed. The consequences when received for this type of person isn't very appreciative. They are wanting to live as though there are no rules, or there is an absolute absence of responsibilities. This thought theme creates an out-of-control chaos within these persons. It's a form of corruption. No one to live. Okay, let me see if I can form this right. It's a form of corruption. Oh, okay, I see. No one to live. Okay, okay, I'm gonna bump the no one part. To live that hurts others actually shows they are going to become a better person. Okay, I see what I'm trying to say. Only can they once. Okay.